Nation, welcome to another episode of the Loose Cannons. I am your boy Sam. We're hanging out with my boys Latte and Stank, and we are joined today by former assistant defensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and newly appointed NFL fucking insider, as I like to call her, and of course, new senior writer, editor at the
NFL reporter.
NFL
just
reporter.
told you her title.
My bad. All right.
I literally just told you.
The extremely smart and super awesome Carmen Vitali. What's up, Carmen?
Hi, guys. Good to see you.
That's it?
Good to
That's all
see
you
you.
Yeah, good to see you.
I expect a little bit more.
I'm happy to see you.
What's she supposed to say, bro?
What does it say?
I don't know. I don't know. Listen, Carmen, you left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, all right? We'll forgive you for now because I think you've done that to allow Tom to come home. All right, that's fine. So we have to start here. Free agency began, and not only the greatest NFL GM and front office in the NFL, the greatest front office in all of organized team sports has done it yet again, dominating free agency with smart move after smart move, bringing Tom home. I mean, can we just talk about how great Jason Light and co are at what they fucking do?
They're fantastic at what they do. And we've seen that year in and year out. I mean, like, the amount of salary cap acrobatics that Mike Greenberg, Jackie Davidson, Jason Light, like John Spytek, all of those guys, like, it never ceases to amaze me. I keep hearing things about like who they're going to sign, what's going to happen. And I'm like, how is this going to happen? But they make it work, and it's amazing. And they clearly have developed the right relationship with Tom Brady. He had the sentiment the entire time that if he was going to come back, it was never going to be anybody else but the Bucs.
Wait,
but
Carmen,
that's a testament to Jason Light.
Carmen, Tom and Jason Light and Bruce Arians, they all hate each other, right? That's what
yeah, they do, right?
Bruce with the red marker to the whole offensive game plan, right? Like, no, we're not doing that.
The red marker. I forgot about the red marker.
The red marker.
I did forget about the red marker because that was so asinine. Bruce is like, you do it. Like, he tells Tom, he tells Byron, he's like, I can trust you guys, you do it, it's great, and I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna go golf. So great.
No, according to David Carr on the NFL Network, he also said Sunday night when Tom unretired 40 days, he said, no, I have a conspiracy theory. Tom was playing chicken with the Bucs. He didn't really want to retire, so he said, I'm retiring to see if they'll let him out so he can go play for another team because he doesn't like Bruce and them. And then the Bucs called his bluff and said, you want to play bad enough that you're going to come back and play for us. I'm like, this is like some soap opera. I don't understand.
Stuff like that. Stuff like that, like conspiracies happen in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. Like, there's a ton of stuff that happens, but like that wasn't one of them. Honestly, if Tom was coming back, he was coming back to the Bucs. He's not going to start all over. Like, I don't think he gets enough credit for what he did that first year. Like, took them to the Super Bowl. Yes, that man was playing a live version of Madden for at least the first half of the season, probably up until the bye week. Like, he was just changing stuff on the fly, and like not, it wasn't even audibling. Like, he wouldn't get to the line and check into something else. He would literally tell Mike Evans, "Hey, listen, I know you're supposed to run a 7, go run a 9 now," and that was it. Like, he was playing real life Madden for so long, and I'm like, he's not going to go and do that at another team and get used to another system, because now he finally knows this system, and he knows, like, you saw the marriage of the two between what he was used to, what he's good at, versus Bruce's offense last year. It didn't work out necessarily how they wanted it to, but I have to think that that's better than starting over somewhere else.
I'm going to make one last point on that, Carmen. You know, talking about if he's going to come back as only for us. I saw this on Twitter. I just want to say it again because it sounds so good. Tommy, he didn't choose New England. Tommy didn't choose New England, but he chose the Bucs twice.
And he stuck with them. Yeah.
He chose the Bucs twice.
Shout out to Chris Torello.
Chris Torello. That's such a beautiful tweet.
Evidently, New England fans were giving him shit for that too.
I'm sure they were. Tom didn't mention him in his retirement post. Tom chose us twice. All right, fuck this shit.
Honestly,
I'm coming in hot, but I can wait. Go ahead. You got something? Go ahead.
You can. I'm just saying, like, the lack of, like, there was no video. There was no, like, I'm going to go back up to New England and retire a Patriot. Like, I wouldn't blame him for doing that. You spent 2 decades of your career there. Go for it. Like, when you want to retire, go retire a Patriot. I don't care. But there was nothing. And I'm like, Tom Brady is not going out on an Instagram post. It's just not. No.
Yeah,
it's not happening. Like right. when that happened, and I was like, "That's it." No.
You know what? Stank was right. Stank was right, and others were right. He did this in just to spite them. Like, fuck you, Adam Schefter. Watch this. I'm gonna retire. I'll play along, and fuck you. I'm coming back. I control my narrative. You son of a bitch. Fucking breaking my own news. He was gonna make one of those cool videos. You know, Carmen, the one we all came to love every Monday. Lots of them, 13 of them last year. He was gonna do something like that, and then he didn't get to. He was probably gonna announce it on Man in the Arena, and then Adam Schefter fucked him over. It's stupid.
Hey, that
last like little Easter eggs in the background, like he always.
That last episode hasn't happened.
He always has those.
The last episode has not happened, so now I wonder if the last episode will not happen, because that was the rumor that was going to be how he was going to like.
I think that they're just going to like pivot on it at this point. Who knows?
It's gonna be so.
But like I follow the director of that series. And he was like, "Well, Tom just Control Z'd this whole thing, so I got some edits to make."
Oh, there you go. That makes more sense.
Whoops.
Carmen, all right, Carmen, I'm coming in. I'm coming in hot.
Shocker.
I'm coming in hot. I'm coming in hot.
Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
Enough of the foreplay. Enough of the nice talk bullshit. You broke some news, Carmen.
I did.
I want answers. The Bucs didn't even offer Whitehead. Like, not even an offer. Like,
you know.
Damn, though. Like, we don't win the NFC Championship without that dude. Like, not even hey, here's $3 million. We're insulting you, but at least we gave you an offer. Not even
okay, so that's the point, though. Like, why would you lowball him like that? That is going to be so much more, like, offensive. Like, it's going to be so much more insulting. Like, they knew that they could not be competitive when it came to Jordan. It sucks. But they also have more depth at that position than they do in the court. Like, they needed Carlton back. They made it happen. It was not, I mean, it was a good deal for Carlton, but like, it was still a good chunk of money. And they have the depth in the safety room. So like, it's one of those really, really tough decisions that you have to make. And unfortunately, like, I know, it was not what Jordan wanted. It wasn't even what they wanted, but it's the reality of this business. And they have Mike Edwards. They have Antoine Winfield. So that was it was a purely salary cap issue. They need to get under the cap. I don't think they're done. So obviously, like, I'm like the Gronk sign, like Gronk still has to sign.
You're getting
Lenny back.
Barbershop today. He's coming back.
Yeah, I saw that.
By the way, my
he's been working out
at the facility twice a week. Yeah.
He's like all offseason.
Wow, just totally stole her thunder. Right?
Yeah, just go ahead and steal her.
You really did, but it's fine.
Finishing sentences.
I can share. I can share. I can share my scoops.
Listen. To go on your point, and my brilliant co-host here, Sammer, brilliant. I mean, he's a savant.
Thank you so much.
Listen, it's either going to be Jordan Whitehead, right?
Savant.
Jordan Whitehead at a position where we have depth,
savant, Carmen,
or it's going to be Mason, the guard, and you got to keep Tommy upright. So you got to choose. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, flawless.
Well, and especially when you have someone like Todd Bowles who can move guys around and like do very different things in the secondary, in the backfield of the defense. Like, essentially, Todd Bowles can account for absences. You cannot account for, like, there's no scheme that you can draw up that can make up for an offensive line that isn't solid. Especially with going to be 45-year-old quarterback. Like, there's just nothing. Like, Tom already gets rid of the ball as quick as he can. He's already very aware of, like, he's got good pocket presence. He loves his short passes. He does everything that he can possibly do, but there is nothing that can make up for having a solid offensive line. So, like, I get it. Again, it was just a really tough business decision, and it was nothing personal. And
I don't know,
obviously,
Carmen,
with a guy like Jordan.
I don't know. I'm not buying it. I know you have inside sources, all of them, actually. I'm not buying it. I mean, I see, the Honey Badger hanging out with the Bowles family. People are talking about in the chat. Maybe they have eyes for a different safety.
Stop it, bro. They're related by marriage. We can't afford him. Stop it.
If they can't afford Jordan Whitehead, they cannot afford the Honey Badger. Like, it's not. No, they can't. And if they can, that's the biggest.
I was gonna say
salary cap wizardry I've ever heard of.
I was gonna segue from that point on. The fact that they chose to, use that money on that offensive lineman as opposed to Jordan Whitehead. Let's talk a little bit about what we see from the front office and Jason Light year in, year out, the last few years especially. They seem to make moves that give them complete flexibility for that first and second round pick as they get ready for draft. I mean, let the Bucs fans know what we need to know about this offensive alignment and just kind of how the Bucs seem to be setting themselves up every single year to do whatever the fuck they want at that first pick.
Christian Watson. Sorry.
I'll take it.
Sorry.
Yes, absolutely.
Do they not already have enough receivers at this point? Like, come on.
No, you didn't see my response to your tweet? You didn't see my response to your tweet? More.
I did.
More.
We needed like 12 last year,
given
Carmen.
last season,
we needed 12.
I know. Given last season, you did. We did. Like, they did need 12. Like, I get that last season. But, like, that's not a sustainable way to build a roster, and they know that. So, like, but no, it's true. They want to be able to take best player available. And that's been the MO, especially because I feel like this personnel staff has been able to hit in later rounds. Like, take Jordan Whitehead, for instance. He was a 4th-round pick. You look at, like, the offensive linemen that they brought in, they were all later round picks. So, like, they want to give themselves flexibility in those first couple rounds because they also know that they can evaluate talent and get those value picks. Can you guys hear that, by the way? My little poppings? Good. Okay, good. My little hive chat is going off right now, and I just want to make sure you can hear it. But no, I think that's just such a good way to approach the draft and to kind of go about building your roster, and it lets you keep these homegrown talents most of the time. This is crazy. Honestly, the biggest surprise this free agency for me has been the fact that they have let these guys like Alex Kappa, they've let Jordan Whitehead, these homegrown talents go, because that's not something that they ever want to do. And I think that should kind of speak to how hard these decisions have been for these guys, because that's the last thing they want to do is let go talent that not only did they identify and find in later rounds, but then developed into really, really good football players. And that's what and no one was talking about Alex Kappa. Nobody was talking about, like, Bucs fans were talking about Jordan Whitehead, but, like, not even Bucs fans were talking about the fact that, like, you're probably going to lose Alex Kappa because that guard market is huge. You weren't going to be able to pay him.
We upgraded for a pick that probably wouldn't make the team anyway. So Jason, like, again, fucking genius. Yeah. Genius.
Make the team. Alex Kappa was a 5th-round pick, bro. What are you talking about?
It's very rare. It's very rare that a 5th-round pick
not with us. Make the team. Not with this front office.
I was going to say, with the Bucs.
Not with us.
With the Bucs,
way,
I mean,
he basically
Mr.
just drafted
Irrelevant made the team last year.
Mr. Irrelevant, and he was making fucking plays on special teams.
Yes,
if he didn't have the hair, he doesn't make the team. I almost
isn't Mason is Alley's replacement? And Stinney is going to fill in for Kappa.
Well, he's a right guard. I don't know if he's going to kick him over the left, but he played right guard in New England.
They probably can play. They can probably both play.
Stinney can go either way, but I think they did say that Shaq Mason has flexibility.
Stank goes both ways as well.
Stank goes both ways.
I mean, for Tom. I mean,
but listen, Carmen. Here's my argument for Christian Watson or Burks or any of the receivers or Olave, whatever. Listen,
it's not a draft show. It's not a
I do like Olave. I like Chris Olave.
It's just a draft show. Her shirt says the draft. The fucking network.
Is that what that stands for?
Yeah, but she's an NFL fucking writer. She's an NFL everything now.
Shut your face.
I was in the middle of your NFL report.
See, in your NFL report. We can't talk about players that aren't even in the NFL.
I was in the middle of a freaking sentence. Carmen, here's my argument for Christian Watson or Brooks Olave or any other receiver, right? Listen, and I may get burned by my co-host, I might get burned in the chat, but it's just a reality. You just said it, right? With the way the wide receiver market is going, you got your boy Adams up there turning down $23 million. You got fucking Christian Kirk getting paid. What the fuck was that? $84 million. I don't even know what the Jaguars are doing right now. And you got Mike Williams getting paid stupid money. And we got a fucking phenomenal guy here. Great dude. Loves dogs. Check mark in my book. And just a phenomenal human being who plays the perfect position for Bruce's system. But what the fuck is Chris Godwin going to get paid? $25 million. We can't afford him. We can't. We want to keep him, but Jesus. That's my argument for drafting one, because what are we going to do? Pay Chris fucking $28 million a year? We can't do that. It's insane. Insane. There's your answer. He's not signed, Bucs fans.
The Christian Kirk deal was like the biggest. I was like, oh, because I really wasn't worried because the Bucs have been trying to get a deal done with Chris Godwin for a while, long term, lock him up, it'd be great. But like that Christian Kirk deal was my biggest, like, oh shit, this might not happen now, because you're just, I don't know how you're gonna pay this guy. Like if Christian Kirk is commanding this much money, like Chris Godwin, good lord. So I don't know, like he may have to play on the tag again.
Was he commanding that kind of money, or did the Jaguars GM just
He's fucking everybody.
I'm with
What
Stank.
the fuck was that?
I think the Jaguars GM is just a fucking moron because he's the only outlier in that market for a wide receiver, and I think the NFL every time he does that, the rest of the teams are like, all right, let's take a second, take a deep breath, let this fucking Jaguar thing roll away, and then we'll go back to what actual numbers are supposed to be for these folks.
Why do you think Leftwich didn't go there? Number one, it's not just receivers. He played a fucking linebacker from Atlanta, $15 million a year, off-ball linebacker. It's not.
Did you not see the crowd at the last game of of the Jaguars season? They were dressed up as fucking clowns to make fun of this fucking GM. I mean, come on.
And they actually won that game, but I can't. I know. But I can't even wrap my head around like why Doug Peterson even took this job, because I mean that was the big thing, right? Was like they don't like no head coach wanted to touch this job while Bucky was still GM, and nothing's changed, and now he's proving why. I mean, I know that like this is his last ditch effort, like this is like Colonel Mustard's last stand for him. Like he knows that he has to do something crazy to keep his job, and like this all has to pay off.
Overpaying Christian Kirk.
I know, but that's the thing. I'm like, if this was your answer, like I made the analogy on Twitter where I'm like, he's like the ex-wife that or soon-to-be ex-wife that still has access to the joint accounts, like spending all this stuff because like they're just gonna be out, and I'm like,
such a good tweet.
But you know what's crazy is not only did he sign him that number, he also used that signing to justify overpaying a corner by saying, "Did you see how well he covered Christian Kirk?" And you're like, "Wait, what?" But you overpaid for that guy, and you're looking at the wrong tape,
you overpaid
guy.
for Christian Kirk. Like he wasn't worth no.
Hey, Russell Gage better than Christian Kirk. A lot cheaper.
Yes.
Oh,
I was really like that was crazy.
What are we getting?
I like
with
this
him?
I really like that get.
I like this question.
That was a nice get by Tom Brady.
I'm gonna get this. Jesus, I'm gonna get this quick question because you know we get personal on the show, Carmen.
Whoa.
Jonas Steckler, question for Miss Vitali. Aside from covering the Bucs, what do you miss most from the Tampa Bay area?
Loose cannons, obviously.
It's obviously
loose cannon.
It's obviously us. Yeah.
Obviously, you guys. But I'm still with you, like on your show. So
am I still on your family and friends list?
Are we still on your family and friends list? Bro. I just realized that.
Well, no, I need to be on someone's family and friends list for training camp because.
Yeah. Did you guys notice something? This entire show, she has not referred to the Bucs as we. She says you or they. The entire. I mean, something I caught. It's a little sad.
Breakup, bro.
I don't like it. Yeah,
breakup.
It's fucking terrible.
It's fucking weird.
Go ahead with your bullshit answer, Carmen.
Our girlfriend broke up with us from like school, like when you're in high school, and then you got to see her in the hallway, and it's like you're still like it's just fucking weird. I don't like it. Okay, what do you like? What do you miss most? What do you miss most?
It's actually worse than that.
I miss all of like the fan. Honestly, I do. I miss all like the fan interaction. I've gotten obviously some of it on Twitter still, and that's great. Nothing could have prepared me for the reaction. Like when I announced that I was leaving, I spent 3 straight days just crying because I was like, I don't know how to process all this information. So I really miss like the community itself, the fan, engagement and like seeing all the great stuff like out in the community and all that. But I'm also like really happy. So I love being back home. I love being by my family. I've got my niece and nephew upstairs. Like I just get to be around the people that I've missed a lot. Working for a team, it's kind of what you sign up for. I missed every holiday. I missed birthdays. I've missed weddings, even funerals. So it's just one of those things where now I get to be a part of that and still be plugged in and do the things I love about the job. But have
and you got a motherfucking Super Bowl ring. You got a fucking Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, by the way, none of those things are more important than a Super Bowl ring. Just so you know, I don't know what you're covering.
What the fuck? That's
right.
Well, no, they weren't.
Nieces and nephews,
and I got a ring, and now I
got the ring.
Tom spent 40 days with his fucking family and his kids, and said, fuck this. I'm going back. Yeah, I'm out. Fuck those kids.
What you're saying is, did you get the call from Tom, Carmen? You're like, sorry.
Yeah, Tom FaceTimed me like 3 times. You coming back?
No, but I will say that when the Tom news broke that he was coming back, I was literally at the Four Seasons in Chicago on the 43rd floor watching the sunset over downtown Chicago, as if Chicago was like, nah, you good here.
Like, we're not letting you go.
I'm good here. Terrible. I'm good.
I will say this formally. I don't give a shit what Sammer says because Sammer might fucking be like, ooh, no. I'm formally inviting you to the boat parade this year, because it's going to happen again. So You're invited.
Why would I say no to
so.
that? Why would I say?
I don't know because she's referring it to as they.
No, I was just
you,
saying that
not us.
it hurts my insides to hear her say
It does hurt
because
It
she
does
used
hurt.
to be assistant defensive
Me.
coordinator on this team, and
Us.
all of a sudden it's they and them. And
She still
them.
is.
True.
She still is. Carmen. Ooh.
Yeah. How will the defense
No,
play
defensive
this season without you?
What happened on that last play, Carmen?
Ooh.
Oh
She's not gonna-
gosh.
I don't think she can do this.
If you can, it's all good.
You can. She
I
can
can't
do
do
it.
this.
She can do it.
I can't do
What's
this.
she gonna do? Get
Okay,
fired?
fine.
What are you gonna do? You gonna get fired? No, you're not.
No. But this is friendship.
Nobody's watching anyways.
That's
Nobody's
friendship.
watching.
Friendship.
Todd
That's
is
friendship.
watching.
That's not true.
That's
Todd
fine.
is watching.
I shouldn't have done that. It's okay.
There
Moving on.
are. I will just say that there are so many like nuances that are so just not apparent to an outsider's perspective, and you don't know unless you're on those headsets what is actually happening. So
Mistakes were made.
yes, like there was mistakes were made, but that happens a lot, and it wasn't one person's fault. It wasn't even the play call necessarily. The play call still could have worked. It was just there was a breakdown between multiple people, and it just was at the worst possible time. So that is what I will say on that.
No, you're good.
No, I like it.
I already released
I like
you from it. I shouldn't have asked. Dub is dying, by the way.
No, but you already did. So let's dig deeper.
Todd is watching.
Let's dig deeper. Jordan Whitehead wasn't on the field for that play, was he?
Oh my God! What are you
No,
doing?
he wasn't.
Stop.
All right. Hey, Carmen. I gotta
Now
ask.
he's gone.
Yeah.
What are we getting in this guy out of Atlanta? This Gage wide receiver. What
Yeah,
are we
this
getting
Gage. I gotta know.
Yeah, I need to know more.
I'm
I've seen
excited.
him beat us a couple of times, break 14 tackles on one play to make a first down on third down. I remember that fucking play. But what are we actually getting here? And like,
I mean, he
how big
had,
is this?
My baby oil.
Somebody in the chat said they hadn't seen the baby in a while.
Somebody in the chat's asking for baby oil. You just put up the baby oil, and Carmen's like,
you guys can still like carry that over from like my time with the Bucs. You can still just kind of leave that conversation out of it. Thank you.
No, this is kind of
I
a
still
staple.
don't need to be a part of it.
It's a staple of the show. Yeah, you don't get a choice on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah,
Are
but
we
you guys
gonna-
are very
hey,
good about
are we gonna ask Tom Moore? Are we gonna double down and ask Tom Moore again this year?
Absolutely.
Yes, we are.
That motherfucker is getting asked until he gives me a fucking answer.
Wait, can I
just
show
a
you
story.
guys something? I want to show you guys something. Hold on. Let me see if I can reach it.
Is that your ring?
Oh, it's not my ring. No, it's better. It might be better. I don't know.
Baby oil? You have baby oil? Do you have baby oil?
I'm the proud owner of this Tom Moore Late Night with Tom Moore quote T-shirt that is signed.
That is
signed
sick.
by Tom Moore.
That is sick.
It was a parting
That is
gift.
really cool.
It was a parting gift from Larry Foote for me. I was very excited. He's got Late Night with Tom Moore.
Tom Moore signed that
Hey,
extremely upset.
quotes.
He was upset the
Carmen,
entire time he was signing. He was like, "Fuck."
Yeah. People in the chat, Carmen, they want to know where the ring's at.
It's in a safety deposit box in the bank.
No, it's probably not.
No.
She probably got it right there.
I'd be wearing that motherfucker.
I was gonna
I'd wear
say.
it to the pool.
Bust it
I'd
out.
wear it
Don't tell me you lost the
everywhere.
ring.
Literally everywhere.
No, I didn't lose. I don't know
We
where
asked her
it
a
is
question
in the
about
room.
Puts the ring on the show. That
about
is the
Russell
ultimate fucking
Gage,
flex.
and it completely got sidetracked because Stank
Yeah,
once
'cause-
again.
yeah,
decided
I know,
to
it did.
interrupt.
Yeah, the question was nobody really cares.
Oh,
What? It's a free agency fucking
Yeah,
today's
he's
the day. Today's free
Oh
agency.
my gosh, she's put it on. She's put it on with a fucking flex. The
This
flex.
look, everybody's. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
oh, this is the box that comes.
Yeah.
It moves around.
So good. That's so
Moves
good.
around.
It moves around.
You have to wear it the entire.
Um,
every time you come on the show, you have to put that ring on.
Yeah, you
Carl.
better not ever come back on the show.
You got to do the show like this.
Yeah, the
Just
entire time.
I would.
There you go. Perfect.
I
All right.
would.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh shit, that's so
Now break down Russell Gage with that ring on.
sick.
I feel like I should put it on my. I should probably put it on my right hand because I gesture
You
with my
use
right
your
hand
hands a lot,
so
though, when you tell us about Russell Gage. Use your hands
Yeah.
a lot.
I'm Italian. I use my
You're
hands
from
all the
North.
freaking time.
Okay, so come on. Let's see. Let's go. Come on.
No, I think that like actually, so he had two. No, I'm not going to take any of this seriously.
Just keep going like this the entire time.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look forced at all. It doesn't look forced at all.
At all.
No, not at all. No, he had 2 games over 100 yards this last season.
That's us.
The first was against the Bucs in Week 12 and went off that game. And I remember being there like, what is happening? Like, who is this guy? Like, I knew like that he was on the roster or whatever, but I was just like, we just not accounted for him? I guess not, because who would? I don't know. And then, I mean, like, the last, like, 8 games of the season, he had, like, 500 yards. He really came on strong. This is a team that was already missing Julio Jones, then was now missing Calvin Ridley. And he stepped up, and he proved himself in a lot. Like, he ran all over the route tree and can do all of it. He can line up in different slots. I think he's probably best inside, but, you know, he can run every route, and he's very reliable. I think he had a 70% catch rate this last season. Yeah, just over 70%. So reliable hands, just like perfect wide receiver 3. Perfect.
I'm excited about him. I remember watching Red Zone and him mossing the fucking Niners twice. I was like, Jesus.
Oh,
Lord.
yeah.
I didn't know the guy was that good. My God.
He had one in the back of the end zone. Yeah, I remember that.
And no offense to Matt Ryan, but I'm like watching some of his highlight tapes, and I'm like, yeah, 12's putting that ball where he can run after the catch. He's just so much more accurate.
Listen,
It's
supposedly 12 personally recruited him.
He did.
So, he did.
He
like, so what do you think about going?
To like something.
I
mean, that's Tom's MO though. Like, Tom will do that for any free agent that they're trying to re-sign.
So Tom's like that football coach that recruits you, like, I love you, bro. You're the man. Come down here. I'm gonna make you great. And then you get there.
We're
it's like,
building something special. We're gonna go after another title. Yeah.
Right, and then you get there, and then you're not special anymore. It's like, just shut up and fall in line.
No,
I think it's funny though. Like, I think Tom probably takes like a personal like satisfaction out of getting a guy from Atlanta to come to the Bucs, because he just is so petty and just hates that. Like, this movie that he's apparently in, which is based on 4 friends that are going to the Super Bowl, like taking a road trip to the Super Bowl. It's the Atlanta 28-3 Super Bowl. Like, this man made a movie about it.
No.
Yes.
That's even better.
Oh, by the way,
God.
maybe I don't want to sound really stupid here. And if I do, so be it. It's all good. Whatever. I'm fucking Poppy. I'm loose cannon. Why does he hate Atlanta so much specifically?
No, I think that he's just so proud of that like comeback, and he just wants to shove it in their faces every single chance he gets. Like, and I like, who wouldn't? Like, that's the greatest comeback of all time in the freaking Super Bowl. Like, I would, and just how petty he is. Like, he's just,
very
I don't
petty.
know, I just love it.
It's the greatest comeback.
I love
it's the
that
greatest
attitude.
comeback in all of team sports. 100%. There's nothing better than that. Maybe when
whoa.
brought the Cavs back from 3-1 against the Warriors, that could compare.
If we don't break down that coverage,
I was about to say, we almost
the
did it
Rams
again.
one might have been better.
It didn't happen though. I can't count it if it didn't happen.
I know.
It was so good, Carmen.
I couldn't
But it wasn't
believe that.
because of Tom.
I know.
It was so good.
I thought for sure that it was going to happen. I'm like, you have to finish this comeback now. Like, you've tied it up. Like, there's just no possible way the Bucs
Were you on the sideline? Were you on the sidelines for that, Carmen?
No, I was in the press box.
Notorious for just cutting off people as they speak. Just unbelievable.
What? You know what? I had to get that was an important question.
Unbelievable.
It was.
No, I was in the press box, and so I will say, so in the press box, you're not like allowed to cheer at all. You can't be whatever. It's supposed to be a professional working environment, whatever. But like, that comeback, when the Bucs tied it up, no one was professional. Everyone was losing their shit. I was jumping up and down. I was like stomping my feet. I was sitting there like this, like the entire time, stress drinking my Diet Cokes. And so then like we were all like juiced up. We were so happy. And then to lose like that, we all just like sat there and like no one moved. Everyone was like, you could have heard a pin drop, all the cliches, but it was like, what just happened? That wasn't allowed. That's not supposed to happen.
No, wasn't the movie. Wasn't the movie type ending. We spent the entire fourth quarter fucking doing rowboat dances and shit on the stairs.
We did.
It was amazing.
Because we had all those turnovers, and we had some chick in the fucking like the suites that we called the Banshee chick. She was
my voice doesn't do that, so clearly it's slower already.
She had a set of lungs on her.
The whole section was like,
Banshee.
Like,
yeah, her throat could blow. I'll tell you what. And every time she did it, it caused a play.
This is
It did cause a play. He's not lying though. Every time she did it, something good happened.
Every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time. All right, who else we got to talk about? We kept Carlton Davis.
Russell
That's
Gage. We got Mason.
Russell Gage. Yeah, tell us about this Mason guy. How did the Patriots let a top 7 guard in the NFL go?
Why? more
like
important.
why?
28
They're not going to pay him.
Do they know something
They
we don't
wanna
know?
pay him.
Do they know something we don't know?
I mean,
2 years left.
sure, that's a possibility, but I don't even think so because this is kind of Belichick's MO. He doesn't want to pay anybody. And so, like, they think that they can, and they've been successful in the draft. They can build through the draft, develop their own players, develop them into that military system that they have up in New England. And, like, yeah, I think that they are just fine with letting these guys go because they're like, we're not going to pay them. So fine,
you're saying Belichick wasn't, trying to pay Christian Kirk $18 million a season. He wasn't in on those sweepstakes.
No, wasn't. Honestly, last year I think the Patriots were like the most active in free agency they'd ever been.
You're right.
Yeah.
And like I think people thought that was going to be a trend that continued, but I don't necessarily. I think that was more about getting better in talent around a very experienced or rookie quarterback. Like I think that was kind of more of the thought process there. And now that Mac Jones has his sea legs under him a little bit more, they're like, all right, we're going to go back to getting young talent and developing them, and Mac Jones can help. He'll be fine.
They paid Judon, and he was a beast last year.
He only had one touchdown.
He did.
Judon, bro.
He only caught one touchdown.
Defensive end.
Judon is a defensive end, dude.
Defensive end, bro.
I'm thinking Judy. My bad.
Wow.
Hey,
Judy from the Broncos.
Judy
That's
plays
not
for
even
the
the same fucking team.
I know, dude.
What just happened?
Maybe it had some
It's the same
vitamins
conference.
before the show.
Hey, but everybody in the chat real quick. Let me address something really quick, and Carmen can reiterate this. Honey Badger, I see the comments, guys.
God,
he's not coming here. If we could not afford Whitehead, we cannot afford the Honey Badger. Number one. Number two, defensive coordinator Carmi. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Winfield's going to step into that Whitehead role because he's more physical. He can tackle. That's not really Edwards' MO. And Edwards it's kind of like a ball hawk. He's a free safety, toe drag swag. He shut down Drew Brees. Fuck you, New Orleans. Every time I can say it, I love to say it. He had 2 picks.
Drew Brees' last pass in the NFL being to Mike Edwards is one of my favorite.
That's what Edwards does. He's a ball hawk. He intercepts the ball. He had 2 picks against Atlanta last year. So is that what Carmen would do? Would you put him into the free kind of roam side on the sideline and put Winfield in the box as that Whitehead dude?
Yeah, I think that Antoine can translate better into a box safety than Mike Edwards can. He is definitely more of the free guy. He's roaming around. Antoine is also a ball hawk. Like, don't get me wrong, but I think that like he will have more opportunities in those like short to intermediate routes, like over kind of like underneath. And he is also a very physical player. And like, I keep saying this actually because I feel like it's going like no one really necessarily knows this because they don't know Nick Rapone very well. So the safeties coach, Nick Rapone, he is this very sweet, very wonderful, like an old Italian man. I think he's like 70 or something like that, like close to 70. He coached Todd Bowles, like when Todd was in college at Temple. That's how this man is. He is the sweetest. Like the way I ingratiated myself with him is like I walked into his office one day and I was like, Coach Rapone, do you know what day it is? He goes, no, what day is it? I'm like, it's Frank Sinatra's birthday. And he goes, really? Gets really excited. He writes in his little calendar that it's Frank Sinatra's birthday. It was adorable. This man, I think, is also a stone cold killer. Like, he is such a wonderful old man, and he would be like my uncle at any other Italian family reunion. But at the same time, I also think that he's just a straight up gangster because think of the guys in his room and the mentality that they have. Jordan Whitehead, heat-sinking missile. Antoine Winfield Jr. wants to kill people. Mike Edwards, like he has this ball hawking, like they're all just so laser focused and they're so physical and they're so like aggressive. And it's wild. It's so funny to see Nick Rapone, this old Italian man, and these guys, and they just get along famously. And I'm like, wow, my Coach Rapone is a straight up gangster.
Carmen, you live in a city. Phenomenal. You live in a city with that are known for old Italian gangsters.
Al Capone.
Yeah, that's true.
I could not.
One of my favorite jazz clubs here.
During that little rant of yours, your ring was just everywhere. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. I know. One of your favorite jazz clubs. Go ahead. What was that?
Go ahead.
It's called the Green Mill, and there is a booth there that Al Capone used to sit in, which is what perfect view of the door. He used to sit with his back to the door so you could see who was coming in and out. It has actually 2. So there's 2 entrances. You can see both entrances from this booth.
You know Todd Bowles. You know Todd Bowles. You know he had obviously his say in getting Antoine and Mike Edwards. Is there a guy in the draft that Todd Bowles would be absolutely in love with from the safety position or maybe even the interior lineman position?
guy from Georgia?
Yeah, well, yes. And it's not actually necessarily at the safety position. I've had conversations with him about Trent McDuffie. I just don't think he's going to be there. And so he's like this cornerback who really wants to play safety, and he just how smart he is and just aware, and the way that he plays, it would be absolutely perfect. I could not even fathom him being in a Todd Bowles defense because Todd would move him around everywhere. He would let him do everything. And I know that Todd really likes him, but it's just one of those things where like, he's not going to be there at 27. There's no way he's going to be there at 27. If for some reason he's there at 27, please go get him, because I fell in love with this kid at the combine. And like, that's when I was texting Todd. I was like, what do you think of Trent? I love him so much. Like, he's my little, I'm claiming him as my son. Like, that was my whole draft or combine week thing. I'm like, I have now claimed Trent McDuffie as my son, because I want to like claim.
That's weird.
But yeah, and then as far as the weirdest thing
you've ever saw on the show. Absolutely. Go ahead. You don't say a lot of weird things.
It wasn't weird.
No, I didn't see anything weird about it.
I didn't either.
She was about to double down on more props.
I told Joe Tryon. I even told Joe Tryon that. I was like, Joe, your friend Trent, love him. He's like, yeah, he's special. And I was like, no, you don't understand. I am claiming him now. He is my son. And Joe was just laughing about it. But he didn't think it was weird, I don't think. Whatever. And then as far as interior D linemen, I think that, and either of those Georgia boys, which again, you might have a chance at Wyatt, but Jordan Davis
isn't falling to us.
But Carmen, Bruce said at the combine, right?
Yeah.
Said specifically, we don't need another Vita Vea. And from what I've seen from Jordan Davis, although he blew up the combine athletically, his game, he just bull rushes. He doesn't have much of a pass rush repertoire, if that makes sense. Or do you think he can be taught that or develop that? Because he just looks like a bull rush. I think that kind of gets lazy sometimes.
Well, I think you can develop that, and I think that this is a very good system for him because that defensive line is on a rotation. That it's a huge thing that, you know, Todd wanting to keep those guys up front really fresh against the run. Not only that, but to rush the passer. So I think that it would be a good system for him to go into. And I just think that Todd was at Georgia's Pro Day today. So it's like, they just develop such good players. And I know that he has a ton of respect for Kirby Smart and that system that Kirby runs. So it's a very pro-ready system. I got to talk to a bunch of their defensive players actually at the combine, and they were all super impressive. The way that they prepare, the way that they watch tape, and just like their overall mentality as a defense. And they were awarded with a national championship. So yeah. I was very impressed with all of the Georgia kids.
Carmen, what position do you see us likely going after with the 27th pick? I mean, if you're the GM, if you're Jason Light,
wide open. That's what Sammer just said.
I hear that.
I know.
How do you see it?
It's like you've been asleep the entire show.
What? How do you see it falling? Who do you see us taking?
BPA, bro.
Well,
oh my God.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Carmen, I can.
That's exciting.
If you want. I can completely remove him from the show.
Shut your stupid mouth. Shut your stupid mouth.
Can we do that?
Go ahead, Carmen. Answer.
This guy.
I did a Bucs 7 round mock, and despite the fact that they were able to retain Ryan Jensen, the fact that Alex Kappa left, I wouldn't change a thing. I had them taking 2 interior offensive linemen, and I had them taking Zion Johnson with the 27th pick, and I loved him. He was like the combine darling of the linemen. Like everyone I talked to loved him. Coaches, scouts.
He won't be there. I want him to, but he won't be there.
I know, but like, I don't know, the way that the mock draft machine on the Draft Network worked out, he was there. So
that thing's addictive, by the way. That thing is amazing.
Oh, that was such a good fucking segue too. Pimp it.
A very good segue.
Let people know all about it, Carmen. Pimp it now. Go ahead.
No. Oh, I have one more for Carmen. I know we're getting off, but Carmen, you spent a lot of time with us here down in the Bay Area.
I did.
Listen, we need to right a wrong, Carmen. And my 2 guys over here are going to get it when I arrive at my point. But we need to right a fucking wrong. He's gone now. Okay? So we don't have to say nasty things. But OJ went up to Buffalo. Go ahead. Go. Looks like Tarzan played like Jane. Never. Sorry.
Oh.
We need to right a wrong. Though,
listen.
Carmen. Hold on. Let me finish.
Okay. Finish.
I know where you're going with this already.
Yes. We passed on fucking Dalvin. We need to take James Cook. God damn it, Carmen. He looks just like his brother. He's like his brother.
I had us taking James Cook also in that mock draft. If you guys would have read it, and you clearly didn't.
Second round?
You didn't know.
Second round? Third round? What round?
Yeah. Third round?
Wow. She got us. She got us on
Which
that one.
yeah,
She
what
did.
third or second? Which one?
Or was it second? No, it wasn't second. It was third. Third round.
I loved it. I fucking
I
loved
would
it.
absolutely
Love
take that. Yeah, that sounds like a Jason Light fucking move, dude.
It does
Third
sound like a
round
Jason
value
Sure does.
pick. Steal.
By the way, Sammer. By the way,
diamond in the rough.
we only have one running back on the contract right now. I think one or maybe two. So I mean, we're gonna draft one. We're finally gonna fucking draft.
I
one.
will say about James Cook, because I talked to him in Indy. I was I was at the scrum or whatever with him. I wasn't super impressed with him, how he conducted himself with reporters, which again doesn't necessarily have a bearing on anything, because then I was talking to someone who used to cover Dalvin, and they were like, no, Dalvin's the exact same way. And I was like, okay, so it doesn't translate. That's fine. I don't give a shit if he can talk to reporters or whatever. Like, I really don't. If he can produce on the field, if he's got the football IQ, he's obviously watched Dalvin his entire life growing up. And I always tend to think that the younger ones are always the better ones, because they were always trying to keep up with their older brothers.
Mhm.
So like, when it comes to like the Watts and the Boses and all that other stuff, it's like, I always feel like the younger ones are always better. And that could be the case here too, because he's spent his entire life keeping up with Dalvin, and Dalvin is very, very good. So I don't know how much stock to place in the fact that he wasn't super good on a podium. But that being said, I mean, if he's good in those meetings and everything suggests that he was, I don't see a problem with that.
It's so good in this offense. My God, it'd be amazing.
It's definitely the case with the Watt family, because fuck JJ Watt. All right, so absolutely.
But he's working hard right now.
Yeah,
he's not working. Dude.
Of course he is.
He's working way harder than you, Sam.
He's working harder than anybody in the entire fucking universe. Listen, the other thing I was gonna say is, you know who else was a running back who was absolutely terrible with reporters? Beast Mode. Beast Mode didn't give a fuck about you guys. Hated you guys.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought it was phenomenal.
I'll take that all day long.
Fined.
Yeah, fuck that.
Seriously, I don't get fined.
Although that was more by choice. Like he was clearly like, he's very, very intelligent. Like he's hyper intelligent.
Yeah.
And I think he was more of like I don't give a shit about you. So it was, and I don't know, and that could be also that I don't know James. I haven't interacted with him.
Sounds like you're calling James unintelligent. I'm just letting you know.
I'm not. Like. I'm just saying he didn't.
So what
he didn't portray himself as well as he could have on a podium. That's all I'm saying, and I'm not saying to put much stock in that at all. There's obviously way more important things.
Your ring is fucking blinding me. Jesus, everything. Ow,
dude, the Italian hands are going off too. You get her going a little bit. Hey, do that again. We're gonna go full screen. Do that again.
You should have full screened her on that.
Do that again.
It's slow motion. There you go.
Look at that fucking thing.
Look at that.
Huge.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
How are you ever gonna get married or engaged? No one's gonna even come close to that.
No,
it's not even happen.
close.
I know.
Really,
Sammer, this is getting.
It's the opposite. They're gonna marry her for the ring.
She's gonna be like, prenup, bitches.
Are you worried about that, Carmen? That somebody's gonna get you for the ring?
This is getting personal. But I legitimately do not tell people like what I do. Like I'll say I'm a writer, and guys will ask me what I do, like what I write. My answer is usually romance novels, because I don't want to tell them.
How about you hit him with the Sammer answer? None of your fucking business.
I would wear that ring everywhere.
And everything.
I would wear that ring fucking everywhere. Like, what do you do?
No.
Nothing.
I get what Carmen's saying. That would get annoying. Like, oh, can you give me tickets?
Yeah.
Never.
Can I
just make some shit up.
Do you know how good it feels?
Now it's not as big of a deal because I don't have I don't know what.
You know how good it feels to say no when someone asks you for tickets or some shit like that based on what you do for a living? Oh, you do that? Can you do this?
No.
Oh, no, I can't. Sorry.
I don't like saying no. I really hate saying no. Like, I don't know. And this is already me wearing this right now actually is really uncomfortable for me. Like, it's tucked away. I don't really do anything with it. I only show people that, my family and stuff that wants to see it. I obviously don't blast it.
You ever want to come back on the show, you wear the fucking ring. That's on like that's the fucking uniform 100%. Rule.
No, and normally I don't agree with Sammer's bullying tactics, but I do with this one.
I agree with that. By the way,
absolutely.
Sammer's correct because he has experience saying no to people, getting to
all the time.
That want to do cool shit. But guess what, guys?
It's the best word.
Last year, he had to tell everybody, fuck no, you can't come with us to the fucking golf tournament and hang out with all the players. Carmen, can you tell them how good our hole was? Because listen, this year, Carmen, I want you, 30-second explanation after I give the rant on what we're doing. 30-second explanation of how good our hole was, Carmen. But this year, we don't say no. We're going to be raffling off a Bruce Arians golf tournament experience. You get to hang out at our hole. We're going to do $100 raffles, Carmen. We're going to do $100 raffles.
VIP.
VIP. $100 raffles. if you buy more than one raffle ticket, you're guaranteed a signed Bruce Arians picture, the one with him with the cigar, the badass one. I have it somewhere in here.
Look,
you have
right there.
Just go grab it. Go grab it, motherfucker. Go grab it.
Okay.
Listen, you get the Bruce Arians fucking picture signed automatically if you do more than one raffle. And Carmen, tell who was there, Carmen? How good was our whole Mike Evans, Godwin? Let him know. It was
great. Yeah, you got all like the major players. You got all the major coaches. You got Tom Moore to come hang out with you. Yeah, the Godfather. That's the Godfather pick. I love that. It says,
"Just stanker" from Bruce Arians. It really says that.
Yep.
It does. I see that.
So check it out. The link in the actual description of the show. Oh wow, really, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants one of these?
In the description of the show is the link to the GoFundMe account. We have a $5,000 goal. The money is all going to the Arians Family Foundation. And this is basically, like Latte said, every $100 is a raffle ticket. The more you get, the better chance you have. We're going to pick one person who's going to go with us. Enjoy that entire fucking day. It's crazy. You will be hanging out with us. Our hole is going to be even wilder than last year. And like Carmen said, the players
You didn't even mention the wings. The wings were delicious.
There's going to be wings there. You get to hang out with us.
Is that right? Wait, hold on. Carmen.
There's going to be baby oil.
Did you enjoy hey, you hear that, Latte?
I enjoyed the wings.
You hear that, Latte? She enjoyed the wings.
Listen, we air our laundry all the time on this show.
All the time.
In front of 103 people. Sammer had the disgusting idea.
Oh my God.
The disgusting idea. Carmen, how dare he? Because you had our meat. It was delicious. You said mine was the best, by the way. But listen, he had the disgusting idea to have it catered. Put in aluminum containers in little warmers, and then you have gooey wings, not fresh off of the fucking grill.
No.
How dare he?
I said it would be made right then and there, and then packaged. Also, I was trying to make it so we didn't have to do anything hands-on because
such a stupid idea, Sammer.
All right, great. Either way, click the fucking link in the description if you guys want to donate and help the fucking cause. All right, and again, you get a chance to win. You go over the two. If you get more than one ticket, you automatically get the Bruce Arians signed photo. It probably won't say 2 stanker on yours, but still fucking cool. It'll be signed though. That'd be pretty dope. Anyway,
that's a 1 of 1.
Yeah. Anyway, Carmen, today we saw some of the Buccaneers restructuring deals going down. The Bucs still have some more to do. What do they got left that they could possibly pull off here? Because Chris Godwin still hasn't signed anything, and I think that has to go into the equation still.
Well, I think honestly you want him to sign a long-term deal because that's going to lessen his cap hit. You're going to have a lot more flexibility with his cap hit. If you sign him to a long-term deal, you can leverage a little bit more against the future. You can put those little fun little avoidable years in there and do all that kind of stuff, kind of whatever. But I mean, I think that Rob Gronkowski is coming down the pipe. There's just he has to be. And I would bet on the Bucs getting Leonard Fournette back too. So we'll see.
Hey, he did remove that. He removed that goodbye post from his Instagram account.
He did.
Once Tom came out of retirement, he said, "Oh shit, let's go backtrack and hit a fucking delete button." There.
I mean, Tom is the one that was instrumental in him coming back for last year because Leonard was like after the Super Bowl, he was set to go. Like he was like, "I'm gonna go get paid. I'm gonna go, feed my whatever how many kids he has." Like he is like, "I'm gonna take the money and I am going," and no one would blame him for it. That's the thing is like he. Especially as a running back when your career is already so short, take the money, take the contracts you can get. He earned it, after that playoff performance, through the Super Bowl. So he was set to go. And then Tom was like, "No, I want you back." And lo and behold, Leonard came back. So I think that is probably in play here as well. Again.
A lot in the chats, people just say Carmen, the ring.
Yeah. That's all I keep saying. Nobody's even paying attention to what we're talking about. They just want to see.
No one's paying attention to what's coming out of here.
Not at all. No, they just want the ring.
Maybe that's.
And by the way, Tempe, you're right. 104 people watching, 30 something likes. Hit the fucking like button. If you want to see the ring, hit the like button. We're not. She's gonna show it to
I can't see the chat. So you guys have to tell me.
Yeah. You know what? She's not gonna hit it until I see that number climb past 50. No more ring.
No more ring.
All right, before we finish to tie this up, I gotta ask you, man. You're from Chicago. How fucking overrated is Chicago's deep dish pizza?
Over fucking rated. It is casserole. That's not fucking pizza.
I was gonna say it's not. To me, it's not even pizza. Like it is something that you have on a special occasion. Like as soon as I got home, my parents took me out to dinner and we got a deep dish, which ordered ahead, did the whole that's a vet move right there is you order ahead because it takes 30 to 45 minutes, no matter if restaurant's dead or not. But it's like a special occasion thing. But Chicago has thin crust pizza that doesn't get enough love because it is freaking delicious and I love it. And I'm so glad to be around places like these mom and pop places that just have the best pizza ever. And it's like this thin little crust and all the toppings and all the cheese and really, really good sauce.
New Haven style.
Oh, it's so good.
Fucking sounds so
New
good
Haven.
right now.
New Haven has better than New York.
Sounds so good. Yeah, but that
Eat
deep dish
that
shit,
cheddar
garbage.
popcorn and caramel popcorn mixes. That's what.
Oh
y'all
yeah,
eat.
the Garrett's popcorn. I used to have to bring that back for multiple coaches when I would come back to Chicago. There's that.
And now you have to bring it back for me.
And then I have one last one. Can you explain to me what is what is the deal with the dogs? Like, paint the picture. What is a proper Chicago dog?
Chicago.
I am the worst person to ask because I actually don't like Chicago style hot dogs. I like my hot dogs plain.
Sounds like you don't like anything
really
Chicago
weird.
style, but you fucking live there. It makes no fucking sense, Carmen.
No, I love deep dish.
No
I just
sense.
don't have it very often because it's so heavy.
It's
and I
a
love
bullshit
Chicago
version
thin
of
crust.
No, shut your face, Sam. I like Cubans. I don't have fucking Cubans twice a week. Like, Jesus.
You
I'm in
don't?
Tampa. I don't eat Cuban sandwiches.
I
do.
I would have Chicago style thin crust literally every day.
I have Cubans
if it wouldn't
all
make
the
me like
time.
250 pounds.
I love Cubans.
But
haven't had
well,
Cuban in
anyway,
about 12 days.
I love like the Vienna hot dogs, which are the actual hot dogs that is like Chicago, the factories here. That's like whatever. Those are so good on a poppy seed bun. That's all I need. I love that. But I don't do because I don't like mustard and I don't super love relish, which is what like the sport peppers and the onion powder and the celery salt and like all the little stuff that comes on it. I'm just like, most of that stuff I don't like in any capacity. So like, I don't want it on my hot dog, but the Vienna beef hot dogs themselves are so good. And I will eat those a lot.
This is a great discussion. Carmen, let people know where the fuck they can read your amazing articles and content.
Hey, we got the 50 likes, by the way. People are saying, fuck, the ring, enough of
Yeah,
the food.
we got to the.
Wait. Don't show the ring while you're talking about where they can find your content. Otherwise, they're not going to hear it.
All right,
you need them to hear what you're going to say.
Go to the Draft Network. Go to thedraftnetwork.com. That is where me and so many others get to go. And you can, if you want to play around with the mock draft machine, it's super fun. You can do all 7 rounds for any team you want. You can do a full first round mock. You can do a full 7-round mock if you really have the time. But it's a really great company, and I can't say enough about our CEO, Paige Makos, and the team that she's built there. She is the shit. She is so encouraging. She's so wonderful to me. She sent me a Portillo's chocolate cake at the start of free agency to celebrate my first free agency, which is Portillo's is a Chicago chain. The chocolate cake is phenomenal. If you haven't had it, you should try it. There's a couple locations in Tampa. But like, just to have that, like the company is growing. It's doing such good things. It's going in such a good direction. I was so excited to be a part of it. And now I get to be a real reporter and I get to tell you guys things before anyone else does.
That's right.
Yes, you're our
She's
Ian
the new
Rappaport.
plug.
That's it.
She's the new plug.
If you drop some knowledge about a fucking contract again on Twitter before I'm texting me, I'm gonna be fucking furious.
Carmen, wait. This is your chance right now, Carmen.
I've already done it.
Break some news right now.
I've done it a couple of times already.
Go ahead.
No. Break news right now. Right now.
Give us the details of the Gronk detail.
Break some news right here.
Go down tomorrow.
I know you got something.
Give me the Fournette deal.
More likes, more news.
The look she just gave, she has something.
Come on,
You
give me the
definitely have
Fournette
something,
deal.
dude.
I know you know the
can't.
details to the contract for Fournette. Give him right now. Let's go. Come on, full screen. Go ahead.
No, I don't. Go. I don't have the details. I do not have the details yet.
You're smiling all sly. I don't believe it.
Yet.
We don't believe you. We don't believe you.
She broke news. She broke news.
Fournette's coming back.
Fournette, baby. Fournette is staying in Tampa. You just said it, Carmen. You said it. Fuck, see? You're not see, I know you're a new insider. You don't know the fucking, you know how to jump around that question properly.
We worked you.
You slipped up. Ian Rappaport would have been like, well, there's nothing really to report. But you fucking slipped up, Carmen. It's okay.
Wait.
Broke some news on this show.
For the people, Carmen, and for your own good, you need to practice this. I wanted to hear you say, according to my sources.
According to my sources.
Oh, no. You got to say it more confidence, Carm. Fuck, come on. Straighten up your spine. Shoulders back. Fucking deliver it. Let's go.
I like this.
No, so like, I hate the like per sources thing. So like what I've been doing on Twitter is I've just been saying I'm told, because that's the truth. And that also credits, the fact that I am hearing this from a source.
I
So I
kind of
just say
fuck with
I'm
that.
told.
I fuck with that. You're a trendsetter. You're like, fuck, according to my sources. I'm starting my own thing.
Yeah.
But like
I'm
per
told.
source, who gives a shit? Like per source, like I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what I've been told, and I've been told.
I think
these
I like
things.
I've been
So,
told.
I've been
No,
told.
hey, but the other night,
I'm told.
Ian Rappaport and
I've been
Shefty
told Sam is an asshole.
both used according to a source, but Carmen was the fucking source. I'm just gonna start saying according to my source.
They didn't say according to Carmen Vitali.
I worked very hard to be able to break Ryan Jensen's contract. So I was like, that was like in the works for a while. And I was super pumped about it. And then, yeah, they just per source, whatever. And I'm like, screw you guys. No credit, no nothing, but it's fine.
It's kind of like Joe Buckman using our story from Bruce Arians and not giving us credit too. Fucking
we
dick.
don't say
they did that to me all the time. So
I will always say, according to my source, Carmen Vitali. I'm just start adding
even
that.
if it's not from you.
Always.
I'm just gonna put that on the bottom of all my tweets. I'm gonna save it in my notes, copy paste it at the end of all tweets. Yeah.
I'm gonna change mine. He can say according to source. I'm gonna say I was told by Carmen Vitali.
No,
that's it.
According to my source, Carmen Vitali, deep dish pizza in Chicago is fucking trash. Boom.
Sucks.
Got it. Perfect. Hey, whatever.
So inaccurate.
Very accurate.
No, I mean, like I've been lucky enough to be privy to the contract details. Like after it's, the Carlton Davis thing, after it was announced that it was a 3-year deal, I got the full contract details and got to put those out. I got to do that with Gage, Russell Gage's. I'm trying to remember. Russell Gage's contract.
She almost said somebody else.
She almost
heard
said
that?
has been announced.
She almost said I got the contract details for the Honey Badger.
Carmen.
We love you, Carmen. Seriously. Have you missed us? We love you.
One more time with that ring, though, Carmen.
Yeah, they need the ring one more time.
Oh my
God. Put it on your middle finger. Just do that for us real quick with the ring.
Yeah.
I have a TikTok. I have a TikTok where it's like, I'm having one of those days where I want my middle finger to do the talking or something like that, and I have this on my middle finger.
Wait, if you guys aren't following,
honestly, I got size for my middle finger because they told us because it's heavy, so they were like, for women, they were like, put it on your middle finger. But I still end up wearing it on my. No, I don't really wear it at all.
If you're truly Italian, Carmen, that goes on your pinky. All right, put that on your pinky.
Listen, it will fall right off.
No, you give them a little gabagool deal like this.
I got a really small. So this is also, I don't know that you guys are gonna. I don't know, give me shit for this, but I got it actually bigger than any of my fingers because I wanted my dad to be able to try it on, so and wear it on his finger, his pinky finger.
That's amazing.
Cool. Oh, see, he's Italian. Put on pinky fingers, perfect. Have him go down to the local deli, grab some meats.
That was a good picture. You were kind of like, so that was a good screenshot.
All right, hey Carmen, thank you so much for hanging out.
What you're gonna use?
Latte, you have something?
Thanks for having me.
Go ahead. Latte.
I'm done.
Oh, I thought you had something to say. All right, Carmen, thank you so much for hanging out.
Oh, I was going to say that Carmen is a phenomenal follow on TikTok. She's a very good follow. She has a lot of fucking followers. She has some videos that fucking get up there and views, man. It's fucking good shit.
I do. Honestly, like all I have to do is throw a video of Tom Brady coming out of a tunnel, and it's like, I'm like, this makes no sense. The algorithm makes no sense to me, but I'm going to continue utilizing it as long as I have them because I have all these videos.
I utilize my 11-year-old. It works. It just fucking.
Carmen, does your ring open? Does your ring open on the top?
No.
No,
mine doesn't.
Wow. I would have thrown it at their fucking faces.
The staff. I did not get a player ring.
I would have thrown it back in their fucking faces. You didn't even get the Coke fucking ring. That's terrible. I'd be pretty upset.
They gave me the staff ring, which is still very nice. And it's very big, and there's still a lot of diamonds, and there's still a lot of gold. So
doesn't open.
I know. I did wish that this one had like some ode to like the stadium on it, because when you open the other one, you could there's a etching of the stadium in it, right? Yeah. And I was kind of hoping that the inside of it says trust, loyalty, and respect, which is great. I don't know if you can't really see that, but yeah, it's like engraved in there. Which is Bruce's, mantra and everything like that. But I was kind of like, well, what if you put the stadium under, like an etching of like the stadium underneath as because we won at home and all that other stuff. Still the only home team to win at home.
True.
I got shit for that on Twitter. I was like, it's not going to change today because I did it before the Rams Super Bowl, and I was like, the Rams were the visiting team, technically.
That's true. Yeah.
Plus they're fans. I didn't even think about that.
Carmen, on top of that,
was my point, and people weren't understanding that, and I was like, we are the only The Bucs are the only home team to
Yeah, she's back.
I was part of that team, so I
Carmen, let me tell you something.
If
you want to engrave that way, I know a jeweler. Just send the ring. I'll take care of it. We'll send it back.
No, I don't want to cover up the trust, loyalty, and respect there either. So I don't want to mess with it. It's a really cool memento, and I'm really glad I have it. But it was time to move on, and I'm really happy where I am. So.
One last question:
Is it really? Did you really win at home when that's not really even your home stadium? Like your fans don't give a shit about you, your city doesn't give a shit about you.
They had like 25 people show up to their parade. Pretty fucking, pretty impressive.
Carmen, I know, it was so sad.
It was pathetic.
Last question before you leave, because now you're NFL insider. You're in the circle. So you hear chatter from all the teams. Can you please break down right now where Deshaun Watson will be playing in 2020?
Ooh, that's a good question.
The A.
I know you know, Carmen. You rolled
anywhere but the fucking Saints. Jesus, not.
Is it going to be the NFC South? Somewhere in the NFC South.
Tell me where he's playing next year. Go.
Yeah, I feel like it's. I don't know. I don't have
breaking news. Go ahead.
When it comes to Deshaun.
Breaking.
I honestly have I've tried to stay away from this whole thing. I don't want to engage in this whole discourse thing because I really am just like I can say this now. Like I was really upset like when the Bucs signed Antonio Brown. As a woman, I didn't want to have to cover him. Same with Deshaun Watson. Godspeed to whoever whatever team he lands with, and if there's a woman that has to cover him, like. Just the vitriol you get on social media and the way that you have to atone for their sins sucks. And that's the worst part of all of it. And that you can't say anything. You just have to kind of go about your day. Like, this is fine. Everything's fine. I'm fine. It's like, I'm not fine. I don't want to cover this guy. I don't agree with him. I don't agree with what he's done or not done, but like, I just don't want to deal with it. And so I've tried to stay very far away from the Deshaun Watson discourse.
Fair enough.
I've like set up a couple of different things about it, but it's just like, I don't want to put myself through that, quite frankly.
Good for you. Fuck him. We have to go it anyways.
We don't need him. Fuck that guy.
Right. Yeah, we don't have to do that here in this town
at all.
I know. I was praying. I was like, Tom, come back and save us all, please.
And he did.
He did.
And he did.
Carmen, take
I have my last one was. I mean, you told us the fans. You told us, the team, all that stuff. People want to know the nitty gritty. Okay. What do you miss food-wise, Carmen? That's what people want to know. It's fucking Tampa. What do you miss?
am in the food capital of the world right now. I don't miss anything food-wise. Sorry, guys.
Damn. Nothing from Tampa?
Wow.
Like nothing?
I mean, like, I liked Fresh Kitchen. Fresh Kitchen was great. I loved Olivia. Olivia was very good.
Oh, Olivia is so good.
Olivia is so good. But, like, that's not something that I can't get here in Chicago. So, sorry.
Wow.
Fair enough.
Wow. You know what you can't get in Chicago? Poppy Latte's wings, or my wings, or Stank's tree bark.
My dry rub wings.
That's my amended answer, is that I miss your guys' wings.
All right. There it is, guys. You hear here on the Loose Cans podcast, Carmen misses our meats. All right, awesome. Carmen, thank you so much for hanging out. Everybody, hit the like and subscribe button. Follow Carmen on Twitter if you don't. Follow the Draft Network on Twitter, of course. And fucking awesome.
Look at that draft machine. It is a lot of fucking fun.
Hey, ring time. Let's see the ring. One more time.
I'm gonna put it with the look.
Another shout out to the Draft Network. Everybody there. Paige, what's up, Paige? Sorry I hit your mom with a football.
Joe, Kyle.
Joe, Kyle.
Jamie's great. Yeah.
Oh, Joe's pretty fucking ecstatic getting Von Miller. He's probably fucking really happy right now.
Yeah. And he's excited about OJ too. So
okay,
that's one thing. That's one thing that you should have said. The thing you miss most about Tampa is the football team, because your team in that town is terrible.
Whoa.
Oh, they're going through a rebuild.
Khalil Mack.
I'm like, of course, this happened.
They've been going through a rebuild since 1985.
I saw your feelings when they traded away Khalil. I was like, oof, I feel bad for him.
Remember how excited you guys were when you got him? Yeah. Now he's gone.
Can we sign off, bro? Like,
yes, but honestly, like the Bears fandom really did, like, it was dormant. Like, use a Bears analogy, like it was very dormant, and it was very funny to me, like all these emotions getting brought back up now that I had the freedom to like express them again. I was like, oh right, shit, yeah, okay, I'm back in it, and it's a hard life, it really is, but it's the one that I chose and the one that I stand by. So, but I will always have love for the Bucs too.
Listen, as Buccaneer fans before Tom, 18 years season ticket holder, there were some lean fucking years there. I respect that, Carmen. I respect that. I respect.
We know we feel your pain.
We know what that is. At least it's not fucking 105 in Chicago.
I found kindred spirits in the Bucs when I arrived in Tampa. So Bucs fans were very similar to Bears fans at that point. So I was like, these are my people.
Carmen, at least you have Spice Adams. At least you have him.
It's true. He's great.
Spice is
amazing.
phenomenal.
He's great.
Aside from that
Great
Rex
human.
Grossman year, you guys have had some shitty fucking football.
But what do you mean? A Gator quarterback legend, Rex Grossman?
Yeah, couldn't win the Super Bowl though.
What are we doing?
Legend.
Hey,
Close
we're out.
show.
Carmen, we love you. Thank you so much for
right.
hanging out.
Hey,
Thank you.
peace.
Go Bucs.
Bye.